hits those ropes, and the super spear is landed. The badass to win back the belt.
I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. The tribal chief is head and shoulders above everybody.
Hey, this is the Toxic Ring Scandal. Turnbuckle King here, Toxic Ring Scandal, aka KDH. Got a good one for you guys. We'll talk about Vince Russo destroys Rikishi with comment after Jey Uso's huge loss. We're talking about Vince Russo on Jey Uso losing IC title. You guys get the lights been to the locker room as you come in. We're going to talk about it. Now, this is Vince Russo going on podcast on his the same night Jey Uso lost the belt. He was on Russell Keita Sports Binge, if I got it correctly. But as usual, we are going to air the dirty laundry on this one. Now, we know that Vince Russo has spoken on Jey Uso and the whole thing with Jey Uso's dad, as we know, is Rikishi. But he mainly talked about Jey Uso and how his promo after winning the Intercontinental Championship was too emotional, how the title's not but a prop, why you go so emotional, and why was this only after a week after winning the championship. But now we know that Jey Uso is no longer Intercontinental Champion. He lost the belt to Bron Breakker on Monday Night Raw in the main event, and this was due to Bloodline interfering on Jey, attacking Jey. And now we got Bron Breakker as the new Intercontinental Champion, two-time Intercontinental Champion. But we know that Vince Russo, he spoke about Jey Uso losing. Of course, Rikishi had his point about it, and he responded back to Russo. And Russo, he had his feelings towards that as well. But we are going to see what Vince Russo had to say about it, because this was on Sports Keita Russell Binge. I know he talks about Legion of Raw with Dr. Chris Featherstone on their channel, and also he talked about it again. He talked about two parts about it as well, not just with Dr. Chris. He also talked about more about the whole Jey Uso losing the Intercontinental Championship. He talked about it also with Mac Davis on Bro Down. So we'll see what Vince Russo has to say about this whole thing. Let's see what he has to say. We'll have one with the Dr. Chris Featherstone, the second with Mac Davis. Let's see what Vince
that
Russo
long,
about
because
this.
I would have to think Rikishi would have been smartened up. I would have had. I gotta believe that, bro. Because the things that he said and the things that he said about me, and he's going to step up and fight me and this, that, and the other thing, bro. Is he really gonna say that if he knows that his son's gonna have?
But how much is that as a work, Vince? You know how these wrestlers,
bro,
it's all about work, man. It's all work.
Bro. What's the best character? You really feel a certain way, and you magnify it 1,000 times over. Yes. That's what he did. He really felt that certain way, but yes, he definitely turned the volume up, but that feeling was there.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm saying I don't know how much out on the limb he would have went if he would have known that it was going to be over in 3 weeks.
I don't even know if they're smartened up, unless Jey told him, you know what I mean? But wouldn't it be, if you're doing this 14-year thing, wouldn't it be a lot more bigger than this? Wouldn't you have?
And as Vince Russo speaks with Dr. Chris Featherstone, he responds to Rikishi, and he also talks about Jey Uso losing. And he basically said about Rikishi, which he had a point, you went all your way to say this about me, challenging me to a fight, only to know that your son was going to lose the Intercontinental Championship after 28 days, which is approximately 3 weeks. So we got to see what Rikishi going to say when it's time to come around, because I know Rikishi, he speaks on his podcast, Rikishi Fatu to the top. I know he's going to respond. He's going to speak and what he has to say about Jey Uso losing his title. But I know Vince Russo also has some more to say about this. Let's see what he has to say on Bro Down. Let's see what else Vince Russo else had to say regarding Jey Uso.
E3 in the NWA, when he won the 10 pounds of gold, you can't tell me that EC3 sat there and thought, I'm just holding a prop.
Mac, listen, I will say this to you because, bro, listen, Rikishi's getting hot at me. Yeah. You know how many times Kevin Nash has referred to the title as a prop?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say this, Mac. I'm going to say this, and I think I'm being fair of this, and I think I'm being more than generous. The way Jey Uso saw it, the way Rikishi saw it, bro, maybe it's 50-50. Because you will have the Kevin Nashes now. Yeah. Here's how they will look at it. Here's how Hulk Hogan will look at it. Bro, they will look at that belt as money. Now they are in a position of power.
Oh, yeah.
Now, so bro, you got half of them that will get caught up in the emotion, and you have the other half that it is strictly business. I don't really think The Undertaker got emotional about winning a belt. I mean, I really don't. But here's like what really bothered me about Rikishi, because if his co-host played the clip, and I clearly said in the clip, I clearly said it more than once, I don't understand why wrestlers get so emotional over winning the belt. So, Mac, all I was looking for was an explanation. That's all I was looking for. I mean, I literally said, I don't understand. And I mean, Rikishi did go on to explain it, but I don't think he had a mother F me and, oh, bro, we're going to fight. Bro, like, chill the freak out, man. First of all, I'm giving my opinion on a wrestling show. Second of all, I have put Jey Uso over to the moon. But
so, Vince Russo made Rikishi was going way too far. He talked about how Rikishi was overly emotional. And I said this before, Rikishi did go a little too far, calling him out, threatening to fight him. Vince Russo was just stating his opinion. And now it seemed like Vince Russo had a point. Jey Uso didn't have a belt for that long. So the question is, did Vince Russo have a point regarding Rikishi's response? And also how Rikishi responds to Jey Uso loss once he brings this up on his podcast. So you guys let me know who was right and who was wrong. Was Vince Russo right for what he's saying? Or that's all I had regarding Vince Russo restores Rikishi with comment after Jey Uso's huge loss. Vince Russo on Jey losing the IC title. This is on Monday Night Raw for October 21st, losing the belt to Bron Breakker, who became a two-time Intercontinental Champion. Soon to be able to pop up, guys. You let me know what you think of the content here. And as usual, guys, as we always do, you already know what it is at this point. It is OUT.